This story is called Dark Lord Siege. In the land of Azura, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, the kingdom of Averia stood tall against the forces of darkness. The city of Brindlemark, with its sturdy walls and brave defenders, was the last stronghold against the evil clutches of Malachi, a dark lord feared by all. Eringdor, a young apprentice blacksmith with a heart full of courage and a mind full of wonder, dreamed of becoming a great warrior to save his city from the impending doom. He spent most of his days hammering hot metal into swords and armor, but his nights were filled with tales of legendary knights and heroic deeds, fueling his imagination and desire for adventure. As the siege intensified, Eringdor noticed that the city's defenses were weakening, and the people were losing hope, their faces gaunt and their eyes sunken from lack of sleep and food. The sound of clanging steel and the smell of smoke filled the air, as the enemy catapults launched boulders against the city walls, shaking the very foundations of Brindlemark. Eringdor knew he had to do something, but what could a mere apprentice blacksmith do against an army of dark warriors? Little did he know, his life was about to take a dramatic turn, one that would lead him down a path of discovery, danger, and ultimate glory. As he walked through the city's narrow streets, he stumbled upon a hidden passage, concealed behind a waterfall in the city's old windmill, its entrance guarded by a mysterious figure cloaked in shadows. The figure revealed himself to be Aaron, a skilled archer and member of a secret group of inventors and warriors, who had been watching Eringdor from afar, waiting for the right moment to recruit him for their cause. Aaron told Eringdor that the passage led to a network of tunnels and caverns beneath the city, which could be used to sneak past the enemy lines and gather crucial information about Malachi's army. Eringdor's heart raced with excitement as he realized that this was his chance to prove himself, to become the hero he had always dreamed of being, and to save the city he loved. With a deep breath, he nodded in agreement, and together they set out on a perilous journey, one that would change the course of their lives forever. As Eringdor followed Aaron through the hidden passage, the air grew thick with the smell of damp earth and mold, and the sound of dripping water echoed off the cold stone walls. The passageway twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the heart of the city, until they finally reached a large underground chain filled with strange contraptions and curious devices. A group of inventors, each with their own unique skills and expertise, greeted Eringdor warmly, and Aaron introduced him to the team: Layla, an expert in explosives, Jax, a master of disguise, and Zephyr, a genius with machines. Together, they explained their plan to use the hidden passage to gather intelligence on Malachi's army, sabotage their supply chains, and weaken their grip on the city. Eringdor's eyes widened as he listened, his mind racing with excitement and a hint of fear, but he knew he was ready to do his part in the battle to save Brindlemark. The team set out on their first mission, sneaking through the tunnels and emerging under the cover of night, dressed in dark cloaks and armed with an assortment of clever gadgets and stealthy weapons. As they moved through the enemy camp, avoiding guards and dodging dangers at every turn, Eringdor felt his heart pounding in his chest, but he drew strength from his new friends and their unwavering determination. Their target was a large storage tent, filled with food and supplies meant for Malachi's army, and the team worked quickly and quietly to set fire to the tent, watching as the flames engulfed the valuable resources. But as they made their escape, they were spotted by a group of enemy soldiers, who gave chase, their swords clashing in the darkness. Eringdor and the team ran for their lives, dodging and weaving through the camp, until they finally reached the safety of the hidden passage, gasping for breath and grinning from ear to ear. That was just the beginning, Aaron said, his eyes gleaming with excitement, as the team high-fived and congratulated each other on a mission well done. But little did they know, Malachi had received news of their sabotage, and he was not pleased, his anger growing with every passing moment. The Dark Lord's face twisted in a snarl as he ordered his most trusted lieutenant to capture the group of rebels and bring them before him, dead or alive. The day of the final battle arrived, and Eringdor stood at the entrance of the hidden passage, his heart racing with anticipation and a hint of fear. Aaron handed him a sword, its blade etched with intricate designs, and said, "Today we take back our city." Eringdor nodded, feeling a surge of determination, as he led the team into the passage, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The air was thick with tension as they moved through the tunnels, the sound of clashing steel and screams growing louder with each step. They emerged into the chaos of battle, Malachi's army clashing with the defenders of Brindlemark in a frenzy of swords and shields. Eringdor charged forward, his sword flashing in the sunlight, as he fought his way through the enemy ranks, his friends by his side. The battle raged on, the outcome hanging in the balance, until Erendur faced off against Malakai's most feared warrior, a towering giant of a man with a sword as black as coal. "You're just a foolish boy." The warrior sneered, his voice like thunder, but Erendur stood tall, his eyes locked on his opponent. The two clashed, their swords ringing out as they exchanged blow after blow, the outcome far from certain. Erendur stumbled back, his sword arm trembling with fatigue, but he refused to yield, drawing strength from his friends and the city he fought to save. With a mighty cry, he launched himself at the warrior, their swords meeting in a final, decisive blow. The warrior fell defeated, and Erendur stood victorious, his chest heaving with exhaustion, as the defenders of Brindlemark cheered and rallied behind him. Malakai's army wavered, their morale broken, and the Dark Lord himself appeared on the battlefield, his eyes blazing with fury. "You may have won this battle," Malakai spat, "but I will crush your city, and everyone in it." Erendur stood tall, his sword still trembling with the force of his final blow, and said, "Not if we have anything to say about it." The Dark Lord's anger seemed to darken the sky itself, as he raised his hand to unleash a powerful blast of magic. Erendur, anticipating this move, swiftly created a makeshift shield using his blacksmith skills and nearby metal scraps, protecting himself and his friends from the attack. The blast struck the shield with incredible force, sending Erendur stumbling back, but he managed to hold firm, his determination unwavering. As the dust settled, Malakai revealed his final plan, a colossal battering ram, powered by dark magic, which would breach the city gates and ensure the downfall of Brindlemark. Erendur knew he had to act fast, so he quickly devised a plan to stop the ram, using his knowledge of blacksmithing and the hidden passage to his advantage. With the help of his friends, Erendur created an ingenious trap, consisting of a series of metal spikes and counterweights, designed to destroy the battering ram and send Malakai tumbling into a pit of spikes. The Dark Lord, confident in his plan, ordered the ram to be deployed, and it began its approach towards the city gates, shaking the ground beneath their feet. Erendur gave the signal, and the trap was sprung, as the metal spikes shot up from the ground, impaling the ram and sending it crashing down, while Malakai fell into the pit, his dark magic dissipating. The city gates were saved, and the people of Brindlemark cheered, hailing Erendur as a hero, as the Dark Lord's army retreated in disarray. Erendur stood victorious, his sword still in hand, but his heart filled with a sense of relief and pride, knowing that he had saved his city and proved himself as a true warrior. The kingdom of Averia celebrated long into the night, with feasts and songs, as Erendur's name became etched in the annals of history alongside the greatest heroes of Azura.
Thank you for watching, thanks for watching my short story. Subscribe.